Hey guys, I'm glad that you turned back in for the first video from our cabin in Norway. We used the past week to go through all of our organizational stuff, set up the base camp in the cabin, and yes, we finally bought a van. It basically took us a month of searching and a lot of help from my girlfriend's father to find a decent and at the same time affordable car. We ended up with a Toyota Proace from 2014 with a mileage just shortly above 100,000 kilometers for around $8,000. But rather than talking about it for an hour, I'll just make a short B-roll scene so that you can get your own first impression and see what we are up to in the next weeks. Now that you saw where we're starting at, I thought it would be a nice idea to document the process of going from the van how it is now to a decent camper in a step-by-step video. Today we're starting by removing the drawer in the front of the trunk to be able to elevate the flooring so that we generate a little bit of storage space below where we can later on build drawers and can put a mattress on top. Today it's not that hot in Norway, so it's the perfect temperature to work on it. We're just grabbing a few tools and get started. We just finished removing the screws from the drawer. Now it can get out of the car, and we start with lifting one of the floors upwards so that we can generate a level where we can put on the bed later. This was not as easy as I thought, but this one should be a bit more smooth. I don't know if that's going anyway. It's turning, but nothing is happening. Yesterday was less successful than we expected. As soon as we had lifted the first floor, we noticed that the second floor was actually glued to the car and our plans were pretty much crossed out. Instead of that, we decided to build a completely new flooring where we can put the frame for the bed on. So for now it's all about just getting everything in the right length, building the frame and hopefully finishing the flooring for the bed today or latest tomorrow. The only issue that we have to fight today are the thousands of mosquitoes that you're probably seeing on camera. They're constantly biting and make work a little harder than normal. Here? Do you have anything that can cover my face? Yeah. Anything? A scarf, whatever. I guess the work process is going quite well so far. 2 days ago we finished the frame and also got the complete flooring on. It took around 6 hours for 2 people to work on and we get basically eaten alive by mosquitoes. I guess the picture doesn't lie, but it was worth it. After that we went into the city to get a new front window. The old one had a few cracks and was basically not usable anymore, so we had to replace it. We also got a new set of summer tires. The summers in Norway can be quite wet and the roads are then quite slippery, so we didn't want to go any risks. The price wasn't too bad and you can also see it as a kind of investment to later on resell the car a little bit more expensive. Right now I'm sitting on the new flooring that we have put in a few days ago, and the next step will be building some drawers to optimize the space that we have below and that we don't have to crawl in to store our luggage. We have already bought all the materials that we need for the drawers. We just need to be very precise in the measurements today, otherwise they might get stuck at one point, and I guess that's nothing that you would like to happen during a road trip. It's 1 week later and we're pretty much done with the main changes to the car. All in all, it took us 4 days for the frame and the flooring for the bed, as well as the 2 drawers for storage below. Each of the drawers is custom made, so it's not surprising that they took up the majority of the work hours. They're both around 1.50 m long and 60 cm wide. That should give us enough storage space for all our gear, food and clothes. We also already got a 12-volt converter to be able to charge everything within the car and hopefully be able to add it with a really decent view. All in all, the fact that we're not planning to live in this car permanently was quite a big advantage. We didn't have to worry about any cooking options or sanitary facilities and can just focus on making a good bed and a lot of storage space. Including the materials that we bought and reused, we spent around $400 to get this car from being a regular transporter into a quite decent camper van. I guess that once again shows that having the basics isn't too expensive, and if you can deal without having too much luxury, then building your own camper van should be quite doable for at least many of us. We're still missing curtains, a better airing system and a table in the back of the trunk where we can add it from, but this should be all topic for one of the next videos. 10 days from now we are driving up to the north of Norway and put our construction and the van itself to the first real test. Alright, that's already it for this week's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a comment on what we should do next. Leave a thumb up and subscribe to the channel. It would be quite epic to hit 1,000 subscribers soon, but no pressure on that one. I'm sorry that this video also came a little bit delayed. I'll make sure to be a bit more prepared for situations where it's not as easy to film every day. But in any case, within the next 5 to 7 days, there should be either a tech tutorial or even the first road trip video online. And until then, I'm going fishing. It was enough filming for today. I'll see you next week. There's just one last thing for this week. A few days ago there was just an epic sunset, a lightning that I have never seen before like that. And I took a few shots, so I hope you enjoy these ones as well. And now we'll see us in the next week.